Hello everyone, it is Joshua Celestin and I am here and I will be talking about three games. They are Tekken Advance, sorry, just covering the Advance part, Tekken Dark Resurrection, also known as Tekken 5, and Tekken 8. Now, before you guys jump down my throat saying, where's 1, 2, 4, 6, and 7? I do not have the consoles or anything to play 1, 2, and 4. And I am ordering the Tekken games backwards. So next will be 7, next will be 6, and I'll talk about those when they arrive. Once I decide to get them. Alright, now, let's start with Tekken Advance. Now, Tekken Advance basically is Tekken 3 for the Game Boy. One character that was removed was Ogre, the main boss. But you do have the other characters that you saw in Tekken Bloodline, except for Julia. Julia is not there for some weird reason. Bloodline added some characters that wasn't even supposed to be there because they were not around at the time of the King of Iron Fist Tournament 3. I don't know why they did that. It was stupid to even include those characters. Anyways, let's continue on with the game before I get off track. Since we all have Ogre, our main boss is Heihachi Mishima. It's like my camera's shaking. Whatever. Heihachi is our main boss, but in the Tekken 3 on the console, he is a sub-boss. You face him before you face Ogre. Since we don't have the story and the cutscenes that happen in, well, basically the cutscene that happens in the end of Jin's story, we could always look it up on YouTube, or we could read the fandom wiki to find out what happened after he beat Ogre and whatever. That's, you know, that's the best we can do. But yeah. Anyways, some of us might not like Tekken Advance. I mean, when I first played Tekken Advance on the Game Boy, I was happy. It was the only thing I knew about Tekken. I really didn't care because I didn't even know what Tekken was. I played it. I was happy about it. I used to call it the Chinese game because of the Japanese characters on it. I totally forgot that Japanese was a thing. But turns out I was wrong. It was called Tekken. Thanks to my uncle who told me the name of the game. See, I didn't notice it said Tekken Advance when I first played it. Then again, I couldn't really read anything. I was young, I couldn't really read. But I enjoyed the game. But these days, when we play games that have become more um, updated, we go back and we look at the Game Boy version and say, this game sucked. Because the later games are much better. Alright, so that's Tekken 3. Let's go on to Tekken 5, also known as Tekken Dark Resurrection. Now, Dark Resurrection was the second Tekken game I played. Being that I did not know that it was Tekken 5. Again, didn't know that Tekken was a thing. Tekken Dark Resurrection was a Christmas gift that I had gotten. And the only reason I noticed it was Tekken was because of the Japanese characters once again. And the words are bigger, so I'm able to read it. But I called it the Chinese game still. And my uncle reminded me it is called Tekken. Now, he loved playing Tekken Dark Resurrection. He played as Lily, which I also mostly played as Lily. Lily was the cute, rich, blonde girl that we all fell in love with. Although, when I saw, um, I don't know what it is in Tekken 6 that really turned me off from her. I mean, I still love Lily, don't get me wrong, but I have different crushes in Tekken. But, it's just what it's just the way I think what she said, and actually seeing more of her besides her Tekken 5 ending, I think that really, opened up my eyes to what she's really like. But Tekken 5 overall is a great gameplay. The game's fun, in my opinion, but if you're not a fan of Tekken 5, if you don't like it, then okay, you don't have to like it. But it is a part of the story. You do want to at least, if you have Tekken 1, 2, 3, and 4, you need to get Tekken 5. It continues on. Whose story are you gonna follow? I say follow Jin's story, or if you want to know how to do it properly, go on the fandom wiki and listen to read the main story of Tekken 4, and you'll find out what character you should play as. But Kazuya, Heihachi, and Jin's ending ties into each other because it is mentioned that Heihachi captured Jin, which forced Kazuya to go fight Jin, then loses, and then Heihachi fights Jin and loses to him. Jin's gonna kill him. He sees a vision of his mother, says, "Thank my mother, Jun Kazama," flies away as Devil Jin, and you see a white feather. That tells you something. Uh, and then when you pick up Tekken 5, it tells you that Jin was awakened by an unknown voice, and he's in a forest that was completely destroyed. And he knows he's the reason. And of course, we don't see him destroy the forest in Tekken 4, but that's what it is. We're not always going to see what we want to see. So that's this Tekken event and Tekken Dark Resurrection on the way. Now, last but not least, Tekken 8. I recently played this. I played it and beat it yesterday. No, I'm not saying I'm a Tekken god. I'm just saying I beat Tekken 8 in one day. Now it wasn't easy. When I was fighting the Jacks in the main story, I found it really hard to beat Jack, but I got over it. I was able to get through it, beat Jack 8, you know. But the hardest character that was to beat was True Devil Kazuya. True Devil Kazuya was the hardest character of them all. I will upload me playing Tekken 8. The thing is, I will be playing in the versus mode where I will choose a character and then I will randomly select an, another character to be my opponent, which I've been working with today. If you want me to do a certain chapter from the story, there are 15 chapters. You let me know what chapter you want me to do, and I will, since I got all the chapters unlocked, I could just play any chapter at will. So you guys let me know what chapter you want me to do, and maybe I'll do that. Anyways, back